You know what I realize? I like these open world 2D pixelated games. I just I just do. And there's some that, that I did play in the past, especially that one that was supposed to be like a GTA kind of pixelated type of game or something. Didn't really hit. And then I play like something that was equivalent to Cyberpunk. And there's all these other games that try to do that, especially with I guess, you know, the Zelda 2D kind of, mechanic, the same way that this game has. But yeah, Under the Island just sort of does it well when it comes to the natural abilities of just being open world in 2D, or maybe in some sense RPG. I don't know what you call these genres nowadays, guys. It feels like everything's just mixing or something. But yeah, I really do enjoy Under the Island. I don't know what the story really means so much. I feel like a lot of times you're not around your family when you're out and about. I just realized that it's because apparently you can just go to an inn in some random cold area, and you're kind of still a kid. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, how old is Nia? Like, is she supposed to be out? Like, telling me she's just out and about with friends? This whole place is just safe. We're just relying on the G-rated rating of, oh, this game is safe for some random little girl just going out and about, totally nothing crazy what happened. Other than the fact that all these enemies are just coming for your neck. Like, I just feel like like the enemies just gets harder and harder. That's kind of like my assumption, just what I've been dealt with the game. But so far it's been really good. I really like, the discovery mechanic of what you can, go through in the game. Especially with all these stories, and you can come back to, and that's another beauty of what, this RPG happens to hold, is that when you're stuck in a story or something in the sand dunes or whatever, then you can just, well, I don't want to focus on this. Let me go back to the garden. And let me focus on these leeks, these wooden holding leeks or whatever these creatures are called, okay? Oh, I don't feel like it now. And then you just go to the snow level, and it's kind of like you can actually bookmark, like, places where you don't feel like finishing, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just finish this later on. I'll come back. It's almost like, yeah, there's kind of no reason to actually play any other game. And I got a feeling that this game could be short because of that. But with how big the world is, or at least that's what it feels like, and the amount of hours I've been spending on this game, man, there is so much discovery. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen here. Let me come back to this, okay? And then you go to another area and another area. Oh, you're losing health. You gotta sleep. Oh, you gotta help this penguin, or you need this weapon, or you need this ability. And that's another thing, that each level that you need a certain ability to actually get through the level or wherever you're at, just to complete it. It's kind of like, yeah, this is the perfect bookmark game, especially for a little open world like this. Like, it's like, if you're stuck, you kind of like you can come back to it. And for the mechanics that it has, especially with the 2D mechanics and stuff like that, the only thing is that, man, the enemies are hard. They're hard to deal with, and you really have to trust your instincts of finding a saving area, a place to save, basically, like those. I forget what they're called. These stone dooms or something that you just use for saving, and even though, like, there's no part of me knowing what the story is until I get to the end of the point, because you're also going by other stories. Basically, you're collecting these gears, I believe, and by stopping the island from going under, because the island is sinking, which is terrifying. And you're basically just, a young lady just trying to save the island. It's like you're sent there for a reason, even though your family just was sent there. And I like the idea of just like, this little girl just wants to be in a normal area in the city, or like in a public, just live a normal life. Instead, she's in this place where a usual individual, like someone my age or older, that is like really feeling like the edge of retirement or something and just wants to move away from the big city and into a place of coziness or something. Yeah, this little girl doesn't want that. She just wants to live her life. Okay, she's young, and pretty much, yeah. You're also, with this friend, and of course, I think somewhere like later on, especially in the dunes or in the sandy area, I unlock certain things like, I like in the beach, I got this saxophone that helps me, get through areas. And also like in, the dunes, like I said before, was this like bird that I found that can reach areas that I can't reach basically. And it helped me get through a whole bunch of levels. So it's kind of like that same mechanic that I had when playing this other indie game, Pipistrello, where you're basically trying to find different areas to you need to unlock certain like abilities or certain things to unlock certain areas to actually have a more vast of completing the level, because nothing beats going through these clouded areas and just a lot of times you're just figuring things out. At least for me, I'm figuring like what is it that this world is hiding or what is revealed when I do complete a certain area and here and there. It's so hard to explain because a lot of times again, like the story's all over the place. I don't know if I even played for the story other than playing it for the gameplay and the experience. And hopefully, there's ways for my character to get stronger. I would love to beat some of these enemies, for crying out loud. The ones with the eggs, the freaking ice pirates. Oh, those were a pain. It will be nice to actually soon unlock an ability to really take them down. Other than just using a usual hockey stick, you're actually equipped with other stuff. So far, Under the Island has been kind of fun, thrilling, and especially with the amount of hours I've been, spending time playing this game, it kind of shows. It really shows how good this game is. So far, I give it a 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and jazz. If there's anything I missed, too bad. God bless.